Alright, let me do this video. I am hoping to reduce that. I went to Google, and the second thing it come up, I put in republic. What is a republic? And the second thing it come up was republic versus democracy. It's not very long. I'd like to read it to you. Well, we're going to read it together because I haven't even read it all. Just after the completion of the signing of the Constitution and reply to a woman's inquiry about the type of government the founders had created, Benjamin Franklin said, "A republic, if you can keep it." Not only have we failed to keep it, and most don't even know what it is. A republic is a representative government ruled by the law, the Constitution. A democracy is a direct government ruled by the majority, mob rule. A republic recognizes the inalienable rights of individuals, while democracies are only concerned with the group wants or needs the public good. Lawmaking is a slow and deliberate process. The Constitution requires approval from the Senate, the House, the Senate, the executive, president, or governor. The Supreme Court and individual jury nullification. Lawmakers in an unlawful democracy occurs rapid, requires approval from the whim of the majority as determined by the poll and the voters' referendum. The voter referendum allows legislators to blame bad laws on the people. A good example of democracy in action is a lynch mob. Democracy always self-destructs when the non-productive majority realizes that it cannot itself hand out the productive minority by electing the candidates promising the benefits from the public treasury. To maintain their power, their candidates must adopt an ever-increasing tax and spending policy to satisfy their increasing desires of the majority. As taxes increase, incentive to produce decreases, causing many of the once productive to drop out and join the non-productive. When these are no longer enough producers to fund the legitimate function of the government and the socialist programs, the democracy will collapse, always to be followed by a dictatorship. Even though nearly every politician, teacher, journalist, citizen believes that the Founding Fathers created a democracy, it is absolutely not true. The Founding Fathers knew well then the difference between a republic and a democracy. They repeatedly and emphatically said they had founded a republic. Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution guarantees that every state of the Union a republic form of government. Conservatively, the word democracy is not mentioned even once in the Constitution. Madison warns of the danger of a democracy with these words: democracies have ever been speculated of turbulent contention, have ever been founded in capable of persons' security of the right of the property, and in general been as short in their lives as they've been violent in their death. We may define a public to be a government which derives all its power directly and indirectly from the great body of the people and is administered by persons holding their office during the pleasure of a limited period, during good behavior. In the essential, such a government that is derived from the great of the social society, not from its considerable proportion of favored class of it, otherwise a handful of tyrannical nobles exercise their oppression by the delegation of the power, might aspire the rank of republicans and claim for their government the honorable title of republic. James Madison, Federalist Papers, number 10, 1787. A wise man will not leave the right of the mercy of chance. nor will it prevail through the power of the majority. But there is but little virtue in the actions of a mass of men. Henry David Thoreau, 1817 through 1862. A military training manual used to contain the correct definition of democracy or republic. The following comes from Training Manual number 2000-25, published by the War Department, November 30th, 1928. A government of the masses, democracy. A government of the masses, authority derived through the mass meeting of any other form of direct expression, results in mobcracy. Attitude toward property and communistic, negating property rights. Attitude toward law is that the will of the majority shall rule, whether it is based upon deliberation or governed by passion, prejudice, or impulse, without restraint or regard to consequences. Results in demagogism, license, agitation, discontent, and anarchy. Where are we at now? Republic. Here's the definition for republic. Authority is derived through the election of the people of the public office best fitted to represent them. Attitude toward law is the administration of justice according to a fixed principle and established evidence, with a strict regard to consequences. You play, you pay. Greater numbers of citizens, extent of territory may be brought within its compass, avoiding the danger of the extreme of either tyranny or mobocracy, results in the statesmanship, liberty, reason, justice, contentment, and progress in the standard form of government throughout the world. This manual contains the definitions which ordered, descriptions, ordered, destroyed, without explanation, about the same time as President Franklin D. Roosevelt made private ownership of lawful money, aka gold, U.S. Mint gold coins, illegal. Shortly after the people turned in their $20 gold coins, the price was increased from $20 an ounce to $35 an ounce, go figure. After overnight, FDR, the most popular president this century, elected 4 times, looted almost half the nation's wealth while convincing the people that it was for their own good. Many of FDR's policies were suggested by his right-hand man, Harry Hopkins, who said, tax, tax, spend, spend, elect, elect, because the people are too dumb to know the difference. I'm going to leave the link in this video, or to this, that I'm reading this from. I'm just reading it right straight off of Google. God bless. Your lesson is done for the day. I'd like to hear some comments on this. Thank you very much. God bless.